I bet you fans think Rhino's gonna give me the gore. I'll beat his ass so sore, it's like he did a prison tour. He rocks a horn on his head, I rock a horn in my shorts. You think I do? Well, F you.
Well, I thought it would be a broken heart.
Shut your freaking mouth. The only thing bigger than your ego is that jackass right there.
Who in the hell do you think you are, Goldberg? Why did you come to the WWE in the first place, Goldberg? Huh?
Just hold on for 1 second, Chris. I think I got a better question. How did it feel last night when half the people booed your ass out of the arena? I mean, their baseball team hasn't won a damn thing since 1918.
And I'll hold that championship high.
Baby, when I do that, you can suck it.
I'd have some confidence issues if my dad made his living being Rowdy Roddy Piper's personal bitch.
When I get my title back, then you'll be my bitch.
You know how to manipulate the people to believe whatever you say is true? I think Brock Lesnar worked more days than you this past year.
This man is nuts.
About 5 years ago, he got my mother-in-law.
About 4 years ago, everybody got your mother-in-law.
Get out of my chair, boy!
Why don't I come down there and stick that little award in the only place in Arizona that the sun doesn't shine?
If I wanted to main event the Royal Rumble with a megastar, I would have chose your wife. Oh, wow. She hits way harder than you do. I'm the one who's always been there for you. Something your own mother didn't even do. That sleazy whore.
Oh my God.
You've managed to become an even bigger slut than Stephanie McMahon Helmsley.
We have knocked down more doors.
The only door you ever knocked down was the door to John Cena's bedroom. And he eventually threw you out of that exact same door.
You're lazier than A-Rod. Bring out Sacco out there and I'll shove him up your ass. From a man who's been married 3 times and a man who was an absentee father twice. I will never know what it's like to look my children right in the eye and say, kids, your dad's just been arrested. I've got a few good matches left in this body, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna waste one on a washed up piece of crap like you. You contemptible piece of Boston crap! Oh!
Well, maybe if you would have had that Socratarian wisdom the night Stephanie was conceived, the world we live in would be a much less slutty place.
Your winners and still the new WWE Grammy Award-winning Tag Team of the Year. He is the WWE Women's Champion.
Would somebody like to give me a microphone that works? It's about time you did something right. Now!
Just don't cash in on Randy. He's my best bro. That wouldn't be cool, dude.
Such a dumbass up. Oh, your wife, Bree, I want her to tell your daughter that Daddy will be home for Money in the Bank, but he won't be the same man. You're gonna believe Bobby Lashley. Why don't you go Bobby Lashley? He's talking shit he's doing. That never happened. That never happened.
You're the first ever undisputed champion, but now you've been relegated to being nothing more than Kevin Owens' bitch.
When Roman Reigns is in the house, you're damn right Cena sucks. I get what you're saying, brother. Straight edge society, dude.
I thought you said something about being entertaining, because that was boring. You're not funny and nobody likes you.
Listen to me, you big overgrown son of a bitch.
Unlike you last night, John Cena, Edge is gonna last longer than 2 minutes.
You don't wear the pants in the family, but you do wear her panties, don't you?
I've stayed retired out of respect. Or is it fear?
As they go, King. Yeah, that's great.
Uh-oh. Don't talk about Tori like that.
Sit here and you say, that's an order. This is an order. Look at you, son. The only thing you've been ordering is a whole bunch of damn cheeseburgers.
It feels cheap, but then again, we are here in Brooklyn.
Anybody knows anything about screwing, it's you.
Michael? A champion that doesn't talk. Who are you, Brock Lesnar?
Hey.
What? Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. Unlike your Money in the Bank contract.
You would owe that man an apology.
Excuse me?
I didn't excuse you yet.
Your years of main eventing WrestleMania are far, far, far behind you.
Can I help you guys?
Randy, give me $1.
What?
Unless you plan on getting naked and dancing for this $1, then I suggest you take a hike.
If you really wanted to see me naked, all you have to do is hack my phone like everybody else in your country ain't doing.
If I were your mother, I'd be very proud of you if my son was born with a pair of testicles.
Your daughter is 10 times the competitor that you ever were. You are nothing now.
I'm a heavyweight champion of the world. How many heavyweight titles have you won?
Truth. When was the last time you and I teamed?
7 years ago.
In fact, that's the last time you were relevant. You've become a joke.
WCW champion.
You're damn right. The brand new WCW champion. Who in the blue hell are you? I'm the WCW champion, sucker. You're the WCW champion, sucker? I'm the uncrowned NXT champion.
You don't even belong in this conversation.
Even a 747 looks small when you're flying it into the Grand Canyon.
What in the world?
Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose.
Do you have to ask permission from your father-in-law first?
Yes, he does! Yes, he does! Yes, he does!
I love my wife and children, and that is never, ever going to happen.
You're screwed way worse than Bret Hart was ever screwed.
I'm gonna take care of that smelly, greasy, nasty animal. And I'm gonna get you too, Rhino. You've got a man beast and a hose beast.
Ever see the WCW title again? Is that the sorry line? Uh-oh.
Heyman screaming at ringside.
Yeah, we know what this can do.
Go ahead, Benoit, pull your pants down and prove to Kane that you're not a woman.
No!
A lot of legends here, and here is Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, showing up on a scooter. How fast does that thing go anyway?
Hopefully fast enough to get away from your ass.
Get out! What? Huh? Like father, like son, right, Kurt?
It should have been you 8 years ago, and it's not going to be again, and it's not going to happen. Just get over it!
When it comes to Mr. McMahon, he's a greedy, money-grubbing, soulless bastard.
Bigger the ego, smaller the package.
400-pound, 15-year, world's strongest failure.
Please remember that I can take all of that away from you. If I want to, you won't have a job anymore.
An embarrassment your wife and daughters would feel after another one of your slip-ups? They're used to it.
Exactly when did you become the big red ass kisser?
You're simply a conniving.
What? That's her mother!
You want to walk with Elias, but I have to break it to you, Trish. I don't date women in their 60s.
Nothing that this man hasn't done in this business except beat me.
Tonight, you will force me to strip you of the WWF Championship.
When I get backstage, I am going to beat the living shit out of you, and that's the bottom line.
If you were in the ECW, you'd be showing that spirit. I can hear it now. yourself. If this was ECW, I wouldn't be working with a hack like you.
Only reason you were WWE champion for a year is because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesday.
It's not where would WWE be without John Cena. It's where would John Cena be without WWE.
The biggest thing to hit Canada because the Maple Leafs suck.
See live prostitution on Monday Night Raw. I was talking to you, Mick Foley.
Brock Lesnar thinks the roster is unworthy, especially given the fact that you're never here.
I would still be a phony A-lister that can't fight.
Do you want to talk about our match? I promise it won't take you very long.
Didn't you tell me in your office that Ronda was a has-been and that even you could take her? Didn't you say that?
Honestly, fighting you would be like fighting my own dad, mate.
Tell your boy to bring a broom to that match to clean up whatever's left of you.
Boy, you better get out of this ring before you get hurt.
Shawn Michaels, Batista, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, a relationship that the game just left in his wake.
They all needed to be propped up by Triple H. I am not those men. I don't need his help.
Does this walking mono ever talk?
I only speak 5 languages, and none of them are loser.
You want Brock Lesnar. No one in that locker room is man enough to want Brock Lesnar.
You will not look past me, you stupid son of a bitch!
And that brings me to you, Punk. Look at me when I'm talking to you, boy.
You need WWE because, well, hell, he can't break into Hollywood, y'all. If you need help, I know a guy.
You came out and wanted to hit me with a chair. Oh, you're laughing now, boy, but you won't in a minute. You got a date with the dead man.
The most success that you've ever had in your career and the most success I've ever had in my career came when we walked away from Shawn Michaels.
You gonna punch me in the face, or do you gotta go ask your wife permission first?
What are you, Mr. Canada?
And why in the world do you live in Florida?
Now stop being so condescending to the champ and get out of my ring. Careful you don't hurt your neck again going through those ropes. Excuse me?
See that, Charlotte? This does not concern you. Get out of here.
How's Steph?
Go out and win against Seth Rollins tonight. And we don't need any weak links.
Because of me, Dean Ambrose is now a stay-at-home husband living off his wife's paycheck.
Come on, punch me in the face! Punch me in the face, you son of a bitch! This is tough to... Shane McMahon, you are a sorry son of a bitch. Undertaker, you are a big dead, sorry son of a bitch.
And prove to the world that you are Brock Lesnar, the bitch.
I would RKO my own grandmother if it meant keeping this title. And then I'd RKO your grandmother just to see the look on her face.
Every time Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar get in a ring together, you get jacked up. And Brock Lesnar gets richer.
Je vais te botter cul, which means you are an ignorant son of a and you need
to watch your mouth.
You need to watch the show. I do and say whatever I want to whomever I please.
I had the indignity of sitting at WWF in New York.
You sound like a human vacuum cleaner, managing to both suck and blow at the same time. That I will not Billy Gunn this King of the Ring title. In the era of awesomeness will be to totally annihilate Billy Bitch Cakes.
I bashed the old man and his son in the skull. I RKO'd and DDT'd Stephanie. Maybe I attend a McMahon family outing. I haven't seen Linda in a while. To Piper's Pit.
Oh! Thank you very much for having me, you little son of a bitch.
We all know that Brad Maddox is your puppet. He works for you, son of a bitch husband.
He cares very deeply about Linda McMahon. Loving, mature women.
Oh boy.
He said the other day, big-breasted, mature women like your mom.
Oh my gosh.
Drew McIntyre is gonna be just another that tried.
You don't deserve the match at WrestleMania, you son of a bitch.
In this ring, you and I, the answer is no. You were unable to retrieve your balls from her purse.
We're both gifted in-ring performers.
Well, I still am.
Call yourself a gentleman, but right now, it's clear to everyone that you're just a bitch.
You could ask me anything. You could have asked me about AEW.
Hey, Sammy, hey, so...
Now get out! Get out! He just signed a contract with WWE, and you know what that means, Renee? That means I own that son of a bitch.
Big Daddy Cool the Rock's ass, more like Big Daddy Bitch.
This is good.
It's like my partner just said, just bring it.
The main event of WrestleMania being John Cena against your buddy Dwayne. That's The Rock for nobody who watches bad Disney movies.
Undertaker should have retired 10 years ago when he was in his prime. Michelle McCool and The Undertaker are married, if you didn't know. Your wife is gonna run you into the ground, and I'm gonna help her.
You're successful. Got an ugly purple jacket to prove it.
Better that orange crap you wear.
You're a piece of
Find something, I lost something. I went in the back and looked through my bag, and I found a can of whoop ass, and it had Hulk Hogan's name on it. After all, you're the one sleeping with him.
Friday before you step into that ring, that you retrieve your balls from Stephanie's purse.
This is why no one likes coming to New York.
You need to watch your mouth, rich boy.
Your legacy died.
From the very day that you were born, you've been your daddy's.
I conquered The Undertaker, I conquered him, and I conquered him.
You get nothing. I get nothing. Nothing, Jeff. That's funny because I've been getting a piece of you each and every week, and you've done nothing. I've choked your advocate unconscious. You've done nothing.
You put up a really good fight for a little guy.
Oh! You know, Big Show, you don't have to worry about not having a father anymore, because tonight, I am your daddy. What?
It's a good day, and it becomes an even better day when The Rock can make change out of that $2 walk-in slut, Stephanie. I seen Ric Flair, who has more loose skin than a Shar-Pei puppy, come out here and say he's still the man. Change the channel to WWF and watch Stone Cold.
I took the one thing from you that was most important. Your career.
You're not even wearing a costume, Roman.
I was gonna dress up as a stupid idiot, but they didn't have any more Jericho costumes, man.
Zing! Zing!
And you've been slapping me in the face for years. Wow. And now that's a slap in your face.
You couldn't go 10 minutes in any situation, if you know what I mean.
Oh boy.
Even though lately you've had some sunny days, my friend, you still can't get the job done.
I'd rather listen to a recording of JR than a live Michael Cole.
Maybe having a bottle of champagne around you isn't the best idea. Must have been a special treat for you, considering at the time you probably weren't coherent enough to remember any of it anyways. You know what's good
Just don't get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods.
Problem with bald people, brother. Bald people represent some of the greatest champions this industry's ever seen. One other guy that fits that description. To quote what a good friend of mine, Archie Bunker, says, England ain't nothing but a place full of fags.
Brock Lesnar's most reasonable fine of $500. One, two, your son will call Brock Lesnar Daddy.
People aren't laughing at you because they don't respect you, Randy. They're laughing at you because you're an ass.
If she's so honest, I gotta ask, are you gonna tell him about that one night in Milwaukee?
And mind you, AJ Styles is awaiting to find out who his opponent.
I need to reintroduce your brain to your mouth because you're talking out your ass.
You're always injury, just like your daddy.
Now, before I beat the hell out of all of you, you can put lipstick on a pig, but at the end of the day, it's still a pig. Randy Orton, get your little doctor's note and come on back and act like a man and start wrestling. Then I'm gonna beat your ass too. Beth Phoenix, if you want a shot at the title, you step on up and I'll beat your ass too.
I'm not finished with you! I am not finished with you!
I'm gonna take my respect. I'll bounce you quicker than an ECW check.
I wasn't paying attention. I apologize.
Yeah, you didn't pay attention in wrestling school either, jerk. The Miz sucks. Am I lying? Ask me.
No, he doesn't. But your mom does.
Greensboro's a dump. Am I telling the truth? Keep on talking.
Hey, do me a favor. Why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and you shut your mouth while I'm sharing with the group? Hey, man, be honest with me. How's our old girl Wendy doing? Because I have one last opportunity to beating, okay? Beating by your face.
I would, but I know where that hand's been.
Fine, I blame you. I'm still here because you can't do your job.
I say you're the game with no balls.
Oh. The only reason anybody bought your book in the first place is they were hoping that you would die at the end of it.
Happy ending.
While you were on Nitro and you were giving all your creative genius, all your creative input to WCW, The Rock was doing his part about putting your company out of business.
I'm seriously talking about how someone other than you deserves a title opportunity. I see why it took you 15 years to get here.
Nikki Bella won't be the only woman to drop you this year.
And let me give you a little hint. To be over, you need more than just a hand sign that's not even yours.
If you ever touch me again, I'm gonna break your old ass in half.
A couple of months ago, you were down south beating some jabroni named Juventud?
I had to marry her, and if I hadn't married her, your brother Shane would have been a bastard. Woo-hoo! Did you hear that?
You see, referring to you as being garbage is an insult to actual garbage.
What?
What's more embarrassing to me is working your whole career, still left with nothing except being known as a second-rate Shawn Michaels wannabe. Sick and tired of hearing Booker T. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to come out here. Unless Booker T got real short and real fat real fast.
You know what doesn't make sense? John Cena teaming with Bobby Lashley.
It's like having a basketball team in Seattle.
You know, I know, the whole damn world knows that big son of a bitch never busted me open.
Listen to that.
How was your movie, by the way? I missed it.
Mine went straight to DVD, just like yours.
An Elias performance in Toronto, it's kind of like the Stanley Cup. They'll never see it in their lifetime.
Kind of like you winning a WWE championship.
The Roman Empire will fall.
the streak away from The Undertaker. This one you'll cheer. When my client Brock Lesnar took John Cena to Suplex City.
I got a question for you, Paul. Why didn't you tell Roman I was gonna be at SummerSlam?
It was clear you're completely full of shit.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Bobby.
Bobby who?
Exactly.
You're a lot taller than Ray. Are you sure you're not Eddie's son?
Ooh. That was uncalled for. Lastly.
I'm your father, Dominic.
Shut your mouth, I got something to say.
No. Look at Taz! This man was a killer! And now he's a fat, little, obnoxious color commentator, and not even a good one!
It'll be the last time Austin ever appears on WWF Raw. Your career on the line. The Sunday Undertaker.
Nobody threatens me, Vince. Nobody.
Let me remind all the members of the corporation, but you specifically, who signs your check, pal? All right?
That man has shown more class and integrity in 9 months as general manager than you have in your whole life.
Our son is a wuss.
Wow. 1998 called, and they're sick and tired of you. So feel free to join us in the year 2001 anytime.
Certainly we've got similarities. We don't smoke, we don't drink, we don't do drugs, but you know something?
I find myself in one of those places. Daddy's home.
Everybody knows why the U.S. keeps from falling into the ocean, because Canada sucks.
Mr. McMahon's decision to rehire Matt Hardy, you know what? I think it's genius. Matt, you were with her for 6 years, but you never proposed because your girlfriend fell in love with a main eventer.
John Bradshaw Layfield and those two other things that call themselves announcers stood up, Superdome Hogan, not Silverdome, and gave...
My tag team division is full, but I hear that TNA is hiring.
Only takes one RKO to get to Viperville. No enhancement needed.
He can't fire me.
He will buy that pissant company just to fire you again.
You actually think you deserve a shot at this? You don't deserve.
This coming from a man who took a sacred vow of marriage to the biggest slut in the Western Hemisphere?
It's called a promo,
Shut
kid,
your
and
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it, so go ahead.
I feel like I'm watching one of my movies because this whole damn thing sucks.
Made you a promise. Daddy was coming home. It looks like he's not, but I'll be your new daddy. Let's talk about your kids. I don't give a shit about your kids.